Now I am going to tell you how to solve this problem when beam is subjected to torsion. Okay. So this question was asked in 2019 for 17 marks. First I will read this question and I will solve this question. Okay. So first design a RCC beam with 300 mm height. The width of the section is 300 mm. 500 mm overall depth. Okay, depth of the section is 500 mm. Okay, subjected to the factored bending moment of 65 kN/meter. Okay, so this is the factored bending moment. There is no need to multiply by 1.7. Sorry, 1.5. Factored shear force of 65 kN. Okay, and factored torsional moment of 45 kN/meter. So this is the given data. And you have to design the beam for the torsion reinforcement. Use M20 and Fe415. Remember that this unit is related to Limited method. Okay, so let's first list out the given data. Okay, so the width of the beam is 300 mm. Okay, then overall depth is 500 mm. Then factored shear force is 65 kN. Factored bending moment is 65 kN. Factored torsional moment is 45 kN/meter. Okay. So the factored ultimate bending moment is 65 kN/meter. Factored ultimate torsional moment is 45 kN/meter. So this is the given data. And you have to use the M20 grade concrete. Use M20 grade concrete and Fe415 steel and Fe415 steel. So this is the given data. Using this data, you have to solve the problem. Okay. All the given values are in ultimate condition. So there is no need to convert this value into ultimate condition by multiplying 1.5. Okay, so please take care of this thing. Okay, now I am going to solve this problem. Okay, so this is the particularly given data. Okay, so width of section is 300 mm, overall depth of section is 500 mm. Okay, ultimate torsional moment is 45 kN/meter. Ultimate bending moment is 65 kN/meter. Ultimate shear force is 65 kN. And you have to use the M20 and Fe415 material combination. M20 Fe415 material combination. Okay. So exactly now what you have to do? Now step number 1. First calculate equivalent shear force. First calculate equivalent shear force. The symbolic form is VE. First calculate the equivalent shear force. The symbolic form is VE. Okay. So VE is equal to VU plus 1.6 TU upon V. So this is the formula. VU plus 1.6 TU upon V. So this is the formula. Okay. So what is the VU? VU is 65. Okay. 1.6. So TU is 45 divided by the width of section is 300 mm. But we have already put the torsional moment in kN/meter. So you have to put this width. In meter. It is in 0.3. You have to put it is in 0.3. So that calculate this value. So this is 65. So this is 45 divided by 0.3 into 1.6. So this value is 240. This value is 240. If you add this, so you get 305. The total ultimate shear force is 305. Look, the effect of torsion. In normal condition, the beam is subjected to the shear force only 65, and with the effect of a torsional moment, the shear force is 240, and it increases from 65 to 305. So this is the effect of a torsion on beam that you have to consider for design purpose. Okay. Now step 2, calculate equivalent shear stress. Calculate equivalent shear stress. It is tau VE. Tau VE is equal to VE divided by B into D. Tau VE is equal to VE divided by B into D. So this is the equivalent shear stress. Okay. So we know the width of section is 300 mm. Okay. And overall depth is 500 mm. Overall depth is 500 mm. If we assume the effective cover, so if we assume the effective cover is equal to 35 mm. If we assume the effective cover 35 mm, the effective depth of beam is 500 minus 35. It is 465. So it is 465. Okay, correct. So you have to use this effective depth in this formula. What is the V? It is 305 into 10 raised to 3. Now you have to put this value in Newton in this formula. What is the width of the section? Width of the section is 300 mm and effective depth is 465 mm. So what is the equivalent shear stress? The equivalent shear stress is, calculate this value. This is 2.18 Newton per mm square. So 2.18 Newton per mm square. So this is the value of a equivalent shear stress. Okay. Is it clear? This is the value of equivalent shear stress. First we calculate the VE, then using this formula, calculate the tau VE. Okay. So now what you have to do? Next is, we have tau VE. Now you have to find out the two more shear stresses. One tau C and one is tau C max. Okay. So in step number 2, calculate permissible shear stress. Calculate permissible shear stress tau C. Okay, but tau C depends on PT. Okay, so but tau C depends on PT. So what you have to do? You have to assume the initial value of PT. You have to assume the initial value of PT 0.5%. So this is the assumption. You have to assume the initial value of PT 0.5%, and with the reference of table 19, and with reference of table 19, you have to find out the value of PT with the reference of table 19. Okay. Table 19, tau C value for 0.5 PT, it is 0.48. So for M20 grade concrete, the tau C is 0.48 Newton per mm square. It is megapascal. It is taken from table 19. Okay. Page number 73 from IS 456 2000 version. IS 456 2000 version. Okay, so this is the simple step. And So we have the value of a tau v is 2.18. Okay, the value of tau c is 0.48 megapascal. Okay, and the tau c max is taken from table 20 IS 456 2000 version, page number 73. This is 2.8 megapascal for M20 grade concrete. It is taken from table 20, page number 73, IS 456 2000 version. IS 456 2000 version. Okay. Now we have the three stresses: tau VE, tau C, and tau C max. Compare these three stresses. That is, now the tau C max is more than tau VE is more than tau C. It is 2.8. It is more than 2.18. Okay. It is more than 0.48. So what is our remark? Remark is shear and longitudinal reinforcement. Shear and longitudinal reinforcement required. Shear and longitudinal reinforcement required. Okay. So this is the remark after comparing these three stresses. Now we love this. Now we go for the step number 3. Now I am going to step number 3. Step number 3 is design of longitudinal reinforcement. Design of longitudinal reinforcement. So longitudinal reinforcement is designed for the equivalent bending moment ME1. Okay, it is designed for the equivalent bending moment ME1. For this bending moment, you have to design the tension steel, longitudinal steel. So we know that ME1 is equal to MU plus MT. MU plus MT. Okay. This formula is available on page number 75. So what is MU? MU is given in question. What is the MT? TU in 1 plus capital D by B divided by 1.7. So this is the formula for MT. Okay. Now you have to put all these values. We know the MU is 65. We know the TU is 45. Okay. 1 plus. Overall depth is 500 mm. Width is 300 mm. Divided by 1.7. So you have to calculate these things. 65 plus it is 500 divided by 300 plus 1 divided by 1.7 into 45. The value is 70.58. The value is 70.58. You add this plus 65. The value is 135.58 kilonewton meter. Okay. So this is the value of ME1. Now, how to find out the steel for this moment? First, you have to check that whether the section is acting as an under-reinforced section or not. For that, you have to find out the MUR balance. MUR balance is RU balance BD square. We know this formula. Okay. So the RU balance for Fe415 is 0.138 FCK BD square. Okay. So 0.138 FCK is 20. Width is 300. depth is 465 mm. So let's calculate this. Okay, it's 465 to 465. So this is the value is 179.03 kilonewton meter. Now your ME1 and MR balance you have to compare. So by observing both these values, we have to make conclusion that ME1 is less than, it is 135.58 is less than 170.03. So obviously the section is acting as under reinforced section. Obviously the section is acting as under reinforced section. Okay. If the section is acting as under reinforced section, so directly you have to use that under root formula for finding the tension steel. Okay. Now how to find out the steel? Now you have to put the value of ME1 here. Now you have to put the value of ME1. Value of ME1 is 135.58, and again we need the value of MT. MT is 70.58. Okay, these two values we required in next step. Okay. Now I will rub this. Now finally the section is under reinforced section. The finally section is under reinforced section. You have to calculate the steel, calculate the tension steel, calculate tension steel. Okay, using that under root formula, AST is equal to 0.5 FCK divided by F into bracket 1 minus under root of 1 minus 4.6. Now to put here ME1. Okay, FCK BD square into BD. Okay, put all these values. 0.5, you know the FCK is 20, it is 415, 1 minus under root of 1 minus 4.6. ME1 is 135.58. You have to convert this value into Newton mm. You have to convert this value into Newton mm. Okay. And FCK is 20, width is 300, depth is 465 square, 300 into 465. Okay. Now, what is the value? So, I will try to calculate it. Okay, 4.6 divided by 20 into 10 into 465 to 465. 0.480, 1 minus 0.480 under root of answer. Okay, it is I think it is point not something. Again I will calculate 4.6 into 135.58 into 10 raised to 6 divided by 20 into 300 into 465 into 465. Okay, 0.480. So 1 minus 0.480 is the value. You have to put this value into under root. Okay, and that value is 0.7211. So 1 minus 0.7211. Okay, multiplied by 0.5, multiplied by 20, divided by 415 into 300 into 465. The value is 937.50 mm square. Now assume the proper diameter of bar. So assume 16 mm diameter bar and find out the number. provide 16 mm diameter 5 bars. Okay, by after calculation it get 4.66. That means it is you have to provide the AST, you have to provide the area of tension steel as a 16 mm diameter. Okay, 5 bars, 16 mm diameter 5 bars. Okay, now what about the compression steel? What about the compression steel? Compression steel. So compression steel is calculated when numerical value of MT exceeds the numerical value of MU. When numerical value MT exceeds the numerical value of MU, okay, we have the value MT is 70.58, and MU is 65. So the MT exceeds the MU. So compression steel is required. So compression steel is required. Compression steel is required. Now, for what moment you have to design the compression steel? You have to design the compression steel. You have to design the compression steel for bending moment Me2. For bending moment Me2. Me2 is nothing but MT minus Mu. Difference of these two moments, that is nothing but 70.58 minus 65. 70.58 minus 65. 70.58 minus 65. So this is 5.58. 5.58 kilonewton meter. So for this bending moment, you have to design the compression steel. So how it is calculated? AC is equal to Me2 divided by FAC into D minus DC. So moment divided by stress in compression steel multiplied by approximate lever arm. For that you have to find out the, from this you have to find out the compression steel. Now let's assume DC is equal to 35 mm. So this is the effective cover for the compression steel. Already we know the D. Now what about the FSC? The FSC is, you have to take this value from D dash upon D ratio table from double range cross section. So D dash upon D ratio table. Okay, so these are the D dash upon D ratios. Then for FE 415 and FE 500, for this you have to know these values. Okay, so basically D dash upon D ratio, it is 0.05, it is 0.075, it is 0.1, then 0.125, it is 0.15, 0.175, and finally 0.2. So for FE 415 and for FE 500, what are the values? I have these values. Okay, I have these values. So these values are, okay, these values are, this is 355, okay, this is 354, this is 353, okay, I have to change the chalk, this is 347.5, this is 342, it is 335.5, 329, okay, and for FE 500, 424, 418, 412, this is 403.5, okay, This is 395, 382.5, and this is 370. Please refer these values for your further steps. Okay. And now what is the d dash upon d ratio? So d dash upon d ratio, d dash is 35. Our d is 465. Our d is 465. 35 divided by 465, nothing but it is 0.075. 0.075. So to take 0.075, 354 value. Okay. So what is the Me2? Me2 is 5.58 into 10 raised to 6 divided by this 354. Okay, 465 minus 35. So you get the value of ASC. Okay, 5.50 into 10 to 6 divided by 465. 465 minus 35. So this is 430 multiplied by 354. Okay, 5.58 into 10 to 6 divided by 354 into 4, I think it is 430. The value is only 36 point. The value is only 36.65 mm. So it is very nominal in value. Very nominal. It is 36.65. So you have to provide 16 mm 2 bars as usual, or 12 mm 2 bars. So as we provided a 16 mm bars at bottom reinforcement, so same reinforcement you have to prefer for the composite steel. So provide 16 mm 2 bars approximately. 12 mm 2 bars are also sufficient because this value is very less value. So you can decide the any bar diameter approximately. Okay. So this is related to the longitudinal reinforcement for the beam. Now what about the shear reinforcement? Last step. Now what about the shear reinforcement? What about the shear reinforcement? The shear reinforcement is designed by assuming the proper last step shear reinforcement. So assume 6 mm or 8 mm diameter bars as usual. Okay, 8 mm two-legged stirrups, 8 mm two-legged stirrups. This is the form of a shear reinforcement, and find out the spacing Okay, so find out the spacing using the formula. So first formula is ASV is equal to TU into SV divided by B1 D1 into 0.87 Fy plus BU into SV divided by 2.5 D1 into 0.87 Fy. Second formula is ASV is equal to tau VE minus tau C, B into SV divided by 0.87 Fy, and this spacing should not be more than, as per our criteria, should not be more than, it is x1, second is x1 plus y1 by 4 and 300 mm. Now what is the B1, what is the D1? All these things you have to find out. Okay, so for that I want to Now I will tell you how to find out the B1, D1, X1, Y1. For that, I have to sketch one diagram. Okay. So this is the cross-sectional view of beam, and this is the vertical axis where the reinforcement is provided. Okay, so this is the horizontal axis. Okay, exactly at this location the compression steel is provided. Exactly below this steel, the same on same axis tension steel is provided. Okay, but as per our calculation, the 5 bars are provided at bottom as a tension steel. 5 bars are provided at bottom as a tension steel, and 2 bars are provided at top, and all bars are 16 mm diameter. Okay, so the effective cover for compression steel is 35 mm. Already we know this. Effective cover for both sides 35 mm. Okay, it is also 35 mm. This is also 35 mm. Okay, so now I want to tell you that is how to find out the B1. So this is your B1. So total width of beam is 300 mm. So 300 minus this 35 means 70. That means it is 230. 230 mm is B1. Same as the overall depth of beam is 500 mm. Okay. Deduct this 35. So your D1 is, so the value of D1 is 500 minus 70. It is 430. Okay. So this is B1 and D1. Okay. Now what about the X1, Y1? Now if you provide the 8 mm diameter stirrups, like this, okay, like this. So this distance, from center of this leg up to center of this leg. So this is your X1. Okay, center of this leg and center of this leg is nothing but the Y1 vertically. Okay, so what is the X1? How to find out the X1? So we know the B1, okay, half of this diameter and half of this diameter. That means B1 plus half of the diameter. Half of the diameter means half of the 16 is 8. Half of the 16 is 8. That means plus 16. Plus 8 mm diameter, like two-legged stirrups is provided. So half of the 8. That means 4 plus 4. Again it is 8. So X1 is 230 plus 16 plus 8. Okay. 230 is the B1. Okay. So what is the value? 230 plus 16 plus 8. It is 254 mm. So X1 is 254 mm. Like this, how to find out the Y1? Y1 is D1. Okay, D1 is 430 plus half of this compression steel, half of this tension steel. That means 16 mm diameter steel is provided. So half of the 16 is 8. Half of the 16 is 8. So you have to add 16 plus again half of this 8 is 4. Half of this 8 is 4. That means you have to add 8. Okay, so it is 430 plus 16 plus 8. So this is 554 mm. So Y1 is 454 mm. Okay, 454. Please correct this value. 454 mm. Okay. So this is the calculation of x1. This is the calculation of y1. Please try to provide the same diameter bar at tension and compression steel. Now all these things are known. Put in the formula and find out the spacing. Now we know the value of B1, D1, X1, Y1. Now using these values, how to find out the spacing, that now I will tell you. Okay. So the first formula for spacing as per the IS 456, the formula is ASV is equal to, the formula is ASV is equal to PV into SV divided by B1 D1 into 0.87 Fy plus Bu into SV divided by 2.5 D1 into 0.87 Fy. Okay. We have to put the formula. Then what is the ASV? ASV is the area of one spherous bar. Area of one spherous bar multiplied by legs. So area of one spherous bar multiplied by legs. It is a two-legged sphere, so you have to multiply by 2. So it is pi by 4 d square multiplied by 2-legged. As per our calculation, we know that is pi by 4. Okay, pi by 4, 8 into 8, pi by 4 into 8 into 8 into 2. So this is 100.53 mm square. To put this value here, so 100.53. What is the TU? You know the value of TU, it is 45 into 10 raised to 3. Okay, we have to convert this value into Newton. We have to convert this value into Newton by multiplying 10 raised to 3. B1, we have the value B1 is 230. D1 is 430 into 0.87 Fy is 415. Okay, plus next Bu is, you know the value of Bu? Bu is 65 into 10 raised to 3 into SV divided by 2.5 D1. D1 is 430 into 0.87 Fy is 415. There is one mistake. So the TU is 45 kilonewton meter. So you have to multiply by 1. You have to multiply by 10 raised to 6 for conversion of that moment into Newton mm, and for conversion of this force into Newton you have to multiply by 10 raised to 3. Now you find out the spacing SV. Now you find out the spacing SV. So I will try. Okay, it is 230 into 430 into 0.87 Fy is 415. The value is 1.26 SV plus next is 65 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 2.5 into 430 into 0.87 Fy is 415. The value is 0.167 SV. Okay. So from this 100.53, how to find out the SV? So the SV is 100.53 divided by 1.26 plus 0.167. The value is 70.44 mm. The value is 70.44 mm. So this is the first value of spacing. Now, as per IS code, what is the second value of spacing? As per our IS code, what is the second value of spacing? Second value is ASV is equal to tau V minus tau C B into SV divided by 0.87 Fy. ASV we know that 100.53. Tau B is 2.18, tau C is 0.48. We know that width is 300. SV have to find out, divided by 0.87 Fy. So what is the SV? What is this? So this is first value. Now using this formula, the second value of SV is 2.18 minus 0.48 into 300, okay, divided by 0.87 F4415. So this value is this value is only this value is 1.41 SV, and finally SV is 100.53 divided by 1.41. So this value is 71.29 mm. Okay, 71.29 mm. So first value is 70.44. Second value is 71.29. Okay. So first value of SV is 70.44 mm. Okay. Second value of SV is 71.29 mm. Okay. Now these two spacing should not be more than should not be more than 1. First one is the x1, and the value x1 is 254 mm. Okay. Second criteria is x1 plus y1 by 4. x1 is 254, y1 is 554 by 4. Okay. So 254 plus 454 by 4. This value is 177 mm, and third is 300 mm. So that means you have to provide the minimum of these 5 values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The minimum of these 5 is 70.44. So say as 70 mm center to center. 70 mm center to center. Okay. Now what is the that means you have to provide the 8 mm two-legged stirrups. So this is the final diagram. So this is the final diagram of your designed beam. This is final diagram of your designed beam. Okay. What exactly you have to show? So the width is 300 mm. Okay. The compression steel is 2 bars of 16 mm diameter. Okay. Tension steel is 5 bars of 16 mm diameter. Okay. And stirrups is 8 mm two-legged, 70 mm center to center. Okay. Compression steel is 2 bars of 16 mm diameter. Tension steel is 5 bars of 16 mm diameter. Stirrups is 8 mm two-legged, 70 mm center to center. So this is the final design of your beam. Now last, overall depth of beam. Overall depth of beam exceeds 450 mm. So overall depth of beam exceeds 450 mm. Okay. So side face reinforcement is required. So side face steel required. So the side face steel is provided 0.1% of web area. So 0.1% of web area is B into D is the web area. So 0.1% of 300 into 500. Okay. So 300 into 500 divided by 100 into 0.1 is 150 mm square. 150 mm square. If you assume the 16 mm bar, diameter, okay. So assume the 16 mm bar. So number of bars are required. 150 divided by pi by 4, 16 square. So 150 divided by pi by 4, 16 into 16. It is 0.74. 0.74. So instead of 16 mm bar diameter, provided 12 mm bar diameter. Provided 12 mm bar diameter. So 150 divided by pi by 4 into 12 into 12. So I think it is 1.41. Now it is 1.41. Says two numbers. That means you have to increase the two bars as a side face reinforcement. Okay. So side face steel is 2 bars of 12 mm diameter. Side face steel is 2 bars of 12 mm diameter.